thought today I could talk about that as we're going along our spiritual journey and we're noticing our body more and more and noticing the parts of ourselves that we don't like. Oftentimes we see as many imperfections within our bodies. We see things we'd like to change in our bodies for how much self-loathing is still left within our heart. That the amount of self-loathing that you're identified with, the amount of self-hatred or hatred you project onto others, is then the amount of flaws you see within your body and think, if I could just change this aspect of my body, whether I wish I had a stronger jaw or straighter teeth or whatever it is we would like to change about our body, is the same level of self-hatred that is still being healed out of ourselves, healed out of our heart, that we're unidentifying with. And as we learn to love the part of ourselves that self-loathes or that hates ourselves or hates others, the less and less flaws we see within our body. That it's never about changing or working or trying to fix any part of yourself. And even if you changed or fixed a certain part of your body or could magically realign things or grow things to the perfect size for you, that self-hatred or things, parts of you that want to change or fix things would still be there. It would just focus on something else, another part of your body, something else to hate. And so you're never going to be free of seeing your flaws until you love the part of you that sees your flaws, until you love the part of you that hates. And as you love the part of you that hates, it integrates more and more back into your heart and creates more space for the love and light that you are to move more into your awareness. But in order for it to move more into awareness, we have to clear the space by loving and honoring the part of ourselves that can't help but see our flaws. And the more space we create by our willingness to love the part of ourselves that hates, is the more and more our soul is actually able to move into our body, a presence of our soul that sees a natural beauty in all things, no matter what they look like. Because beauty really is in the eye of the beholder, and it's our choice how aligned we wish to be with the eye of the beholder, which is the eye of the beholder of your soul. And the more you align yourself with your soul by choosing to love yourself or choosing to love the parts of yourself that hate themselves, the more and more you start to see a natural beauty in yourself and a natural beauty in others, no matter what they look like or what culture they come from. And that we never actually have to change, work, or fix any part of ourselves, but we just have to love the parts of ourselves that want to change, work, and fix things. Because really what beauty is beauty is seeing the brilliance of all that you survived, all that you've healed, all that you're still working through, and being grateful for the journey you're on. That's what beauty is. And we can feel that at any point in our journey, no matter how hurt or harmed we've been. We all are beautiful. We all deserve to feel beautiful. And the more we take time to love ourselves, the more we're aligning ourselves with our soul that is love, that can see the beauty in everything. And the most beautiful artworks, if you like to go to museums to look at art or look at art that online or art that people created, often doesn't always have the most perfect lines. People like Picasso didn't paint the most perfect figures, but what they painted is still considered beautiful. And what if we can look at ourselves the same way? That what if our curves of our body, the misalignments, the alignments, however big or small certain things are, is exactly what makes us unique and makes us special. And if we all looked how we wanted to look, we would all maybe, if we all looked how a society thought people should look, then we'd all probably look pretty similar. And there wouldn't be the beauty of uniqueness. And really, what makes us the most beautiful is how incredibly unique we are from every other person we meet. And the more we take time to honor and appreciate our uniqueness, the more beauty we'll see within ourselves and with others. And like for me, for a personal example, my nose is crooked. And how often I notice my nose is crooked is actually, I would say I would very rarely or ever really notice it. And it's actually one of the things I appreciate about myself a lot, because I think it's a very prominent, awesome feature of mine. But it's not the most straight. And I don't notice I don't fixate or try and obsess about my crooked nose, because I've learned to love it and I've learned to appreciate it as a thing that makes me unique, as a thing that makes me stand out from other people. And that is something to appreciate and to honor and to savor. And the more you appreciate it, the less there's any part of you to fixate or wishing it was different. And really, judgments are always coming from a lack of appreciation. And anytime you're seeing your flaws, you are judging yourself. And anytime you're seeing the flaws of others, it doesn't mean we can't be discerning of who we spend time with, or can't be discerning of maybe this isn't the right person for me. But when we feel like we're judging people from a place of they've done nothing wrong, but I'm still fixating on this part of them that hasn't done anything to harm me, hasn't given me any reason not to be loving towards them, but I still feel like I'm going to talk about how ugly they are, or certain parts of their body I think are ugly, like things that maybe are a little irrational. Like if it's some like discernment and judgment is it's accurate. If it's not accurate, then it's a judgment. But anytime we're judging someone, is we're coming from a lack of appreciation. And anytime we feel a judgment, if we take time to point out something we can appreciate about ourselves and something we can appreciate about them, we're repatterning our mind to look more for everything to appreciate about someone and ourselves, rather than to look at their flaws. And that's all you really need to do to see people's beauty, is to appreciate and love and honor yourself, and appreciate, honor, and love other people. And to take time, if you feel like you're judging yourself, or if you're judging another by talking or thinking about things about them that aren't accurate or aren't really aligned with who they actually are, the more time you take to appreciate yourself, love yourself, the more you heal any judgments, and the more beauty you naturally see within yourself and with others. And really, the people that hurt or harm other people, mistreat people, or unkind to people, are the people who are lacking seeing other people's beauty, who are not in touch with the love of their heart, who can't feel how their words and actions affect other people. But the more you take time not to work and to change and to fix, but the more you take time to love you, the more beauty you will see, and the more your life will become a life of endless beauty, rather than a misery train driving off a cliff. Because even in hardship, there's things to appreciate. Even in hardship, there's things to celebrate. And the more you appreciate and celebrate, the more you're healing any part of yourself that could hurt, harm, or judge another person. So I hope that helps, and thank you for listening.